The Lone Star Showdown. A rivalry once thought dead and gone, but it is back. And now we find out who gets the right to lay claim to the football-obsessed state of Texas. This matchup has had all kinds of great moments, and we're ready for some more. Welcome to Kyle Field in College Station, Texas. It's the Texas Longhorns and the Texas A&M Aggies. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer here in the booth. Holly Rowe is down on the sidelines, and we check in with her right now.
Guys, I caught up with the Texas A&M head coach before the game. There is a strong understanding in the locker room about what is at stake this late in the year. The final game of the season, his team just getting into that top 12. This is where they can make all of the committee members believe they deserve to be in the college football bracket. It is important that they show up, not only that they win, but how they play is essential here today. He said, I don't want to overwhelm our players with pressure, but they have to know what's on the line when they take the field today. Back to you.
Holly, thank you. This ought to be a tremendous matchup. From deep, it's Brown. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Now here's Manning. Rushes on. Just gets rid of it before the heat.
Well, the defense is fast. If you can hit that quarterback with his speed and force those incompletions, man, that is impressive.
A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on second down. Hand off for Brown. Pushes ahead for two. They'll mark it at the 17.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Didn't take long to need a clutch play on the opening drive. It's 3rd and 7. Manning from the gun on 3rd down. Has to throw it away on 3rd down.
That is exactly how you set a tone when you're on defense, and especially when you're at home. If you can get them and force them into a punt early, keep that crowd going and involved, man, is it fun to play defense.
Looking for room. Makes a move. Very little will make a crowd hold its breath like a punt return, and he brought them to their feet on that one. From the gun, it's Edwards. Guys, let's take a second here and think about Texas A&M. They've climbed into the top 15, reached a little bit of a checkpoint, haven't they? Playoff is 12 teams. But it's right about this range, and people start tuning in to see what you can do, to see if you're the real deal. Isn't that right, David?
Yeah, and cheering against you, right? Like a lot of times because their teams are doing well or competing with you. But let's see if the squad can build on the momentum. Starting to get some momentum, some love. Now, Jesse, how do they handle that?
I'm excited to see how this team is going to finish, too, because we know they've got talent. They've got guys that can take the game over. The question I have now moving forward, can they do it on the biggest stages? And today, it's about as big as it gets.
On the move. Now with a great opportunity as they pick up the first down. They've got it at the 40. And the Aggies come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Making the adjustment on the play. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Throwing Reed. Rush right in his face. And he drops it. Just took his eye off of it at the last minute.
You're not going to see that happen too often. The quarterback, man, he was licking his chops. He saw a big space in the middle of the field. He had his best receiver there ready to make a play, and he dropped it.
From the gun on third down, Reed. Out wide left, it's Horton. The stop is made right at the 36-yard line. The defense coming up big on third down.
I love the third down defense. I love the defense understanding passing situation, dropping back, keeping everything in front of them, and then breaking on the football. In order to do this and be great on third down, you got to do one thing really well. You've got to come up and make that tackle, and that's exactly what he did.
Well, this team knew coming into tonight's game they had to get momentum early, playing at home. They want to get the crowd into it, so you get a beautiful drive here to start this thing. You would have liked to cap it up with a touchdown, but listen, you set yourself up for a field goal, you knock it through the uprights, you've got the lead, everything right now looking good.
That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. So Texas has it again, and here comes the offense. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. Manning with a play fake. Buying time to his right. Outside the pocket, lets it go. It's dropped after... Taking the hit.
What a hit by the defender. That's a good throw, and that was going to be caught, but how about the defender dislodging the football from its intended target? Nice job.
The roar of the crowd trying to fuel this defense to keep them pinned in their own end. Manning trying to quiet this crowd. Right side, it's Brown. Picked up about 6. They're looking at 3rd and 4.
Not difficult, not complicated, but early in the game, get in that rhythm. Find that timing at the wide receiver so you're set up for success. Then you go attack deep later on.
You've got a 3rd and manageable, backed up in your own end, but convert here and you get some momentum. Manning from the gun on 3rd down. Makes the grab. This offense has a little room and a fresh set of downs at the 23. The Longhorns moving quickly to the line. 3rd down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily... Makes a grab and room to run. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
And after that long completion for the 1st down, did you see everybody sprinting to the line of scrimmage offensively? They want to go tempo right now.
Madness. Lets it fly. Makes a deep grab. What a play there, and he rips off a big one all the way to the 16-yard line. The Longhorns go back to work after moving the chains through the air. Driving forward, it's Simon. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a 1st without scoring. He's into the end zone. Touchdown, Texas! They'll try to tack one more on their score. And the extra point makes it 7-3. Here's the return from inside his 10. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Texas A&M's offense takes the field, ready to get this drive going. A little bit of feeling each other out. They're down 7-3 as they open this drive. Finds the tight end. They stop him just a link or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on second down here. The emotions and energy figure to be high all day, guys, because of what's at stake this late in the season. Really a must-win for both teams.
And these are the ones that get your blood moving, Reese. You get jacked up, man. You don't have to say anything in the locker room, give these big speeches. You know what's at stake, Jesse. You're ready to rock and roll. This is when you prove you're the big dog.
Which is pretty cool, too, because it's been a long season. And these teams obviously are both physically and mentally tired. But you're right. For this kind of game, this is the one you circled at the start of the year. You knew that this was going to matter. There was going to be a lot on the line. Now it's time to go out and prove you're the better team.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
Well, the quarterback knew he wanted to go to his tight end on that play. He's a big physical target, but it was the hit on the play that forced the incompletion.
Long way to go on second down. Changing the routes with his receivers. Reed. They're all over it. And he avoids the sack.
Well, if this offense is going to win this game, and down the road, if they're going to reach the college football playoff and hope to win a national championship, they have got to keep this quarterback clean. Couldn't do it on that last play.
Third and long coming up. Looking to throw again. Look out. Trying to make magic with his feet. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down.
And this defense did exactly what they wanted to do. You force the passing situations. Now what do? Now you can drop back, play pass. And when the quarterback scrambles, now I just rally to the football, I tackle him on the ground, and I force the fourth down.
Would have been a long field goal, 54 yards from here, so instead they'll try to move the chains. It's fourth and short. On the move. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on fourth down, and they keep the drive alive.
And your decision to go for it on fourth down has a lot to do with your kicker. How strong is his leg? Some of these guys nowadays, they can boot the ball 50, 60 yards, no problem. Do I believe in him, or do I go for it? And they believed in their offense, they went for it, and they got the first down.
Gets open down the middle. And after the tackle, that will bring us to the end of the first quarter. Guys, it is Texas who holds the lead as we get a look at the stats. Lots of time left, and we're ready to get back to it and open the second period. The Aggies trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Reed. Got his man. Down he goes.
Really nice job on that play. Quarterback and receiver being on the same page. Quarterback not telegraphing the throw, and the receiver does a nice job finding the soft spot in the defense, just settling down and giving his quarterback a nice target to throw to.
In the gun, third down, Reed. Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28.
Well, you just sort of felt like this defense had to do something to get this quarterback out of a rhythm, right? He's been picking them apart all drive long, and finally they come up with a sack.
And for the second time tonight, they'll trot out the field goal kicker. That thing would have hit a string in the middle of the uprights. Perfect. That brings them to within one.
And you want a touchdown, and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
He'll bring it out. It's Brown. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. And here come the horns. They've got it again on offense. Last time they had it, they were backed up in their own end, marched right down the field and scored, and now they'll try to do that once again. To throw, Manning. Out wide right, it's Brown. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35. So much for the tough field position. One play, and you're already to the 35. To the air. It's Manning. Oh, pressure's coming. Got him for the sack. This defense turning up the intensity.
Awesome job by the defense. Not only getting the fast quarterback on the ground, but understanding what he wants to do. He can take off. I got to make sure I got good pursuit angles, and I got to make sure I build rails. I can't let him outside. I got to keep him in the pocket. He tries to get outside. They get the sack and get the huge loss on that play.
He's taking the shot. And that's going to be incomplete. Going for broke on second down. The third down's coming up.
I think for the quarterback, he's going to have to be so good with his eyes in this game. You're going up against one of the best defenses in the country. You've got to look guys off, especially when you're trying to throw your primary target like he was on that last one.
The 12th man putting a stamp on this game right now and bringing it on third down. Now here's Manning. Here comes the heat. Intercepted, and now he's up to 14. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception. The Texas A&M offense is back on the field. Here's Reed to throw. Looking to the big tight end. Got a man in the middle. And he's dragged down. They'll mark it at the 19. Into the red zone. It'll be first down.
If you're going to complete these in-breaking routes over the middle of the field, it's really important as a quarterback you don't stare the guy down and tip off where you're throwing the football. He's trying to freeze the safeties in this defense and then throws it on time. Accurate throw, nice pitch and catch.
That completion takes them down to the 7-yard line, and they are ready to strike. This is a designed run. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here.
And I'm good with it. I like what the offense is doing. Be physical. I don't need to get pass happy down here on first and goal. Nice job believing in my running game, and maybe I stick to it for another play or two.
The run up the middle, trying to find his way to the goal line. Nowhere to run, and he barely makes it back to the line of scrimmage. This defense was put in a difficult spot, but they've made it tough, and now the offense faces third and goal. Quarterback changing the play. On third down, they're in the gun. It's Reed. Fired that thing out in a heartbeat, but it's incomplete.
Well, this is a disappointing drive for the offense, considering where this drive started, in their opponent territory. Now you're at 4th and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
Never a doubt. And with that, they've taken the lead.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
The Texas offense makes its way out to begin the drive. Mistakes are going to happen, as they did on that last drive. Now, how will they respond, Jesse?
And this is the kind of guy who's going to take full accountability. That was my bad. That's on me. I'm about to lead this offense now down the field to score some points.
Dang, Palmer, I wish I would have played with you. I didn't play with many quarterbacks that were just like, yeah, my bad. Hey, guys, I got this. Sorry about that. It was more, you should have ran a better route.
All wideouts, no backs. Here's Arts to throw. Under pressure. Chase to the right. On the run, deep down the right side. And that'll be incomplete. They tried to hit him with a big one on first down. Did Bevo really get his name after altering a brand on his backside put there by Texas A&M students? So many questions to answer since 1894, guys.
And that's what's so cool about this rivalry. When you have the back and forth and who did what, going all the way back to 1894, Reese's first birthday, what an amazing rivalry.
There have been a lot of good players during that stretch, too. Think about Ricky Williams from the Horns, Johnny Manziel, Texas A&M. So many great coaches have patrolled the sidelines in this rivalry for years.
Looking to throw, it's Manning. Unleashes it. And there are flags flying as the pass falls incomplete. We'll see who it's on. Just a little too much there, a little too handsy, and they nabbed them for the defensive holding penalty. A productive play is one that gets you at least halfway to another first down here on 1st and 10. Wide receiver comes in motion. Manning on play action. Right side, it's Brown. Snowed under by the defense.
And I love linebackers, man, that just have a nose for the football, an absolute feel. Great job not losing vision, feeling the running back start to come out of the backfield to catch the football, and then doing the most important part. Probably the hardest, too, getting him on the ground.
Incomplete, and they got a hand on that right at the line of scrimmage.
And I think a big reason this offense is struggling right now, why they're trailing on the scoreboard, is they have not been able to protect this guy, and it's affected him. He has not looked very accurate. Moving forward, the pass pro has got to be better to help this guy out.
Manning to the air again. It's caught downfield. Turning it on. He's at the 30. He's at the 10. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Longhorn!
Each and every week, I think this coaching staff does such a good job of scheming ways to get this guy the football in the passing game, and defenses can't cover him. With that last catch, this is now his 10th receiving touchdown on the season.
That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Running inside, it's Owens. These little gains can start to add up as he gets it up to the 34. Clock's running, and they'll try to get to the line warp speed for 2nd down.
I like this idea by the offense going hurry up here. You just had a very nice run. Let's get back up to the line of scrimmage and go fast.
He's there to make the stop.
Now, you want to be a great run defense, your DBs have to be great tacklers. And I love the way he comes up, sees the run. I know he makes the money in the back end covering passes, but when you got a guy that can fly up and make tackles, man, does your defense go to a different level.
That's got to feel good if you're the offense, because 3rd down has been a bit of a problem all season long, but you love the way they're executing at this point, finding ways to keep the chains moving.
Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. He makes the stop at the 48. That'll be enough for a 1st down and a pickup of 10.
And the thing you got to watch out for with this running back is he's pretty streaky. When he breaks off a big one, more big runs normally follow soon after, and you're seeing it now on the last 2 plays. Big-time plays back-to-back, and you know right now he's calling for the ball again.
Throwing Reed. Rushes on. Got it inside the 10. Defense is there to make the stop, but he's got the 1st down, and they'll have it 1st and goal at the 6. This offense can get a jolt of momentum headed to the locker room if they can take the lead here. Left side is Craven. And he'll run into the end zone. Touchdown, Texas A&M.
Well, all the different time management situations this head coach was using in the first half has led to this moment specifically right here. This is exactly what he wanted to have happen. He wanted to score a touchdown at the end of the first half, take a lead, knowing he's got the ball first in the second half. If they score a touchdown then, all of a sudden this thing starts blowing wide open for them, and all the momentum is on their side.
Coming out with it, it's Brown. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he'd just taken the touchback. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. Arch is going to throw for it. Moving out to the right. Turns it upfield. Moves it out to the 34-yard line. A nice 15-yard gain on that one. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for one or two more plays.
Man, this quarterback's got some speed. You see him use those wheels to get outside. He was on the run. Nobody even close to him defensively before he was able to find an open target to get the first down.
Back to pass. It's Manning. Rolling to the right, trying to make something happen. Hauls it in. We've got it. Out in the waning seconds of the half, maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. Here's Manning to throw. Fires to the wideout. The pass is incomplete, and there are 2 ticks remaining on the clock.
And when you're a quarterback, man, I know wide receivers are great athletes and they're supposed to catch everything that gets near them, but when you don't put it right on the center when they're running a lot of times, it just makes it a little bit more difficult. And I think he did that a little bit too much for his wide receiver right there.
On 3rd and short, they'll try to convert through the air. They get to him as he throws. The pass falls incomplete, and that's how we'll finish this half. And they head to the locker room. 2 quarters in the books, and time for us now to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football studio with scores from around the country.
A lot of scoreboard watching today, fellas, but fear not, Week 13, we've got you covered here on the College Football Update Show. Let's begin with a look at Wake Forest, taking on the number 14 team, the Duke Blue Devils. And it's the Demon Deacons, sneaking out of here with an upset victory. And have to see how the rankings shake up following this outcome. The victory closes the chapter on a 5-7 regular season. Disappointing, but those seniors go out with a victory. Here now, some other games you may have interest in, and social media has some sharp opinions about the state of things right now.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
Got 6 on 1st down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. Reed. Rush right in his face. He's sacked. This defense all over him.
And that was a big objective for this defense coming into the game. Talking to coaches, we want to keep him in the pocket. We don't want him to use his wheels. He's fast. He's elusive, can make big plays. Nice job by the defense keeping him in the pocket and getting the sack.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, back up inside their 20. Looking downfield, it's Reed. Caught. He stopped right at the 31-yard line. That's not enough for a first down. It'll be 4th.
Really nice individual effort that time by the wide receiver. He was trying to get the first down. There was no way he was going out of bounds there on 3rd. Fighting for every inch he could get. Didn't quite get there. Now you've got a big decision if you're the head coach. You're going to stay on the field and try to go for this thing.
Sending the offense back onto the field. So they get the ball back after the defense forces the punt, and I'm sure they tried to make some adjustments at halftime after a little bit of a rocky first half. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
Yeah, and it's been a surprise today for this offense. Like, coming into the game, we all talked about it. We thought they'd be able to run against this defense that's been run on a lot, and this offense just can't get the running game going. Be interested to see what they do to try to change it up, but somehow, some way, they need that physical ground game.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Brown again. Brought down at the 33, but not before he gets 10.
When the running back gets going and gets ahead of steam like that, so hard to get to the ground. That's why you blitz. That's why you bring pressure. That's why you bring more guys in the box so you can get him before he gets going. But once he got going, you could tell it was hard to get a hand on him, hard to get him to the ground.
They go play action with Manning. Makes the grab. They got 5 yards on the play, 2nd and 5 coming. Just a quick rhythm throw there and really good use of the tight end.
Yeah, good use of the big fella. I mean, go through your progressions real quick. You can't find anything. Get the easy gain. Don't take a shot down the field all the time. Take those shots later, but take those easy, wide-open opportunities to get some positive chunks.
Picked up 5 on that last pass play. Now it's 2nd and 5. A give to Brown. And he didn't have a whole lot of operating room after the juke. Not much room to run.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Now the Longhorns will call the first of their 3 timeouts. And that will leave them with just 2 timeouts to use the rest of the way. The 12th man more than standing at the ready. They are bringing the heat on 3rd down. One more time, it's Brown. He stopped, but he's got enough to move the chain.
Well, the running back did a nice job there, keeping his feet moving. He was able to drag some defenders with him to get that first down.
And the Longhorns are moving quickly down the field. Throwing Manning. Unloads to the wideout. Picked off. That's number 15 on the year. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football. The Aggies offense will have another go at it. They weren't able to move it on their last possession, ended up punting it away, but now in a tight game, another opportunity for this offense. Makes the grab over the middle. Nice gain on that play, but leaves it a little short of the first down. And the Aggies in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Looking downfield, it's Reed. Timed it perfectly to knock it free and forces the 3rd down.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
They convert on 3rd down as he gets it to the 46-yard line.
Basic run plays. I don't need a bunch of complicated stuff sometimes. I just need to get the 1st down and get the sticks moving.
Texas A&M back to work with another 1st down. Reed. Out wide left, it's Edwards. He'll be forced out of bounds. Big pickup on the play, and they'll mark him down at the 28. Now on 1st down from the 28. Making the adjustment. Wants to throw on 1st. Out wide right, it's Horton. Makes the grab, and down immediately. He picks up a few. Texas A&M going up tempo. Straight ahead, it's Owens. There to stop him after a pickup of 1 to the 22. 3rd and short from the 22. Is the field goal unit getting ready, or is this already 4-down territory? From the gun, wants to pass. Left side, it's Johnson. Looks as if Texas A&M will have enough for the 1st down. David, that is a great security blanket for a quarterback to have a tight end to make those conversions.
Dang right. Find the big fella on 3rd and short. Dependable, clutch, nice hands, 1st down.
They'll send the back in motion. Here's Reed to throw. Fires to the wideout. Touchdown, Aggie! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. These two guys, they just shared a glance, and they knew exactly what to do, David.
And how many times do we hear that? The quarterback talk about it after the game and go, hey, I just looked at him. He knew what I saw. I knew what he saw. We're on the same page. We've done this before. That chemistry equals big plays.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Brown. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. They'll try to put something together, backed up a bit, starting at their own 13. Manning. They're all over it. Finds a man in the middle. And works it to the 40-yard line. That'll be a 1st down. After that big gainer to open things up, they'll put it in play from the 40. Hand off for Brown. Creating some space, getting just enough good blocking, and they've got it up to the 47-yard line. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter.
And the offense has a little bit of success, and what do? They push that turbo button right back on the line, ready to run another.
Snagged it, and there's running room. Gets enough for the 1st down, but not sure they'll get another playoff here in the 3rd quarter. Very close to putting a bow on this one. Gives us a minute to check out the top 25 here in the final week of the season and to wonder what type of impact this result will have on these rankings. And we're just about ready to go with the final quarter. They go back to work in the final period of this one. Play action, here's Manning. throws to the wideout. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete.
You got to love what you've seen from the defense in this game, too. They knew coming into this one against this quarterback, being as talented as he is, they were going to have to be really good in coverage on the back end, and that's been the case all game long. They have never let it be easy for this quarterback.
They'll need a bunch on second down. Madness. Dangerous throw on that one.
Well, this quarterback has struggled, having already thrown 2 picks. That should have been number 3. Somehow the defender dropped that one. Things not going well for this Q.
His drive was clicking along, but after a couple of misfires, threatening to stall out on 3rd and 10. Manning from the gun on 3rd down. Dumps it to the back. Right on target this time. Picks up enough to give them 1st and 10 from the 13.
And even though they're trailing here in the 4th quarter, they've got a quarterback that can bring them back, but they need him now to play his A-plus level of football. We saw a nice completion on that last 3rd down. Let's see if he can keep it going.
Makes the catch and he's free. Touchdown, Texas! And they take it in for 6 more points. Getting aggressive here and going for 2. An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. What a mess. A delay of game on the 2-point conversion attempt. That just can't happen. And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. Chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Edwards. Gets it across the 30 to the 31. A pickup of 5.
That's such a nice start to this drive, too, because you've got the lead late and you want to run the football. You want to be physically dominant. Defense knows you're going to do it, and still, on the very first play of the drive, you're able to rip off a long run like that. Great vision there, and a nice job up front with the surge by the O-line.
Nowhere to go.
And that was a big-time stop defensively. Being physical, creating a negative play on that last run. Now you're setting up 3rd down. This is the critical time. You've got to find a way to get off the field. You're trailing late in the game. Give it back to your offense to go see if they can score.
Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. Quarterback signaling to his guys. From the gun on 3rd down, it's Marcel Reed. Never has to leave the pocket and fires over the middle. He's got it way down the field. He gets it to the 38-yard line, and they'll pick up a fresh set of downs. A&M comes back out with another 1st down. Throwing Reed. Knew where he wanted to go with it, but couldn't find his target. It's incomplete.
Missed opportunity on offense. QB and receiver just not on the same page there.
Second and long here. Looking downfield, it's Reed. Still moving to his right, trying to make a big play. He found a little opening and got loose. They couldn't stop him in the backfield, so a solid pickup there.
And, man, I love his courage to run the football. And I think it's necessary for the team. Sometimes you got to do that. But, man, see the surroundings, right? Like, knowing guys are around you. He gets hit late at the end of that play, and he got decked. You do not want to take those shots throughout a game. They will add up, and sometimes it will affect your throwing. That's too big of a hit to be taken for this quarterback.
Offenses gain momentum with third down conversions like that. They've got it at the 25.
And as a defensive guy, man, when you play a QB like this, that will take off and run and has the speed to make you pay, it just limits what you can do. It limits the amount of coverages. It just makes you play a lot more hesitant. And you can see right there, man, the guy's got speed. Interested to see how this defense.
And it's picked off. That's the turnover they desperately needed. Going the other way, and he's got room. The 50. The 30. Running inside the 20. Touchdown, Longhorn! The defense takes matters into its own hands.
Well, this has been a defensive war. You're just wondering which side could hang on long enough. But how about the defense coming away with a big pick six late to take the lead? You got to step up in big moments. You saw the ball thrown, you pluck it out of the air, you find your convoy, and you're off to the races. That is an outstanding game-changing play.
And the extra point is good, and the lead is 5 here in the fourth. Fielded in the end zone, it's Bussey. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. So the Texas A&M offense returns to the field. So now they take over. This momentum has been completely taken away from them, but still an opportunity to put together a late drive.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Turns it upfield. And he'll have enough for the first down at the 42. The Aggies come to the line after the big connection and going back to work. The run inside. It's Edwards. Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a first down at the 44.
I know it hasn't been the type game statistically this running back was hoping to have up to this point. He's been getting shut down. Finally, he's able to break through for a big one. And sometimes, you know, it just takes one. It takes one run like that to get his confidence back, to get the offensive line's confidence back. Let's see what happens with this offense now moving forward.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and time is of the essence for this offense to get things done. From the 44-yard line, the offense snaps it on first down. Gets the back moving. A run for the quarterback. Gain of about 4 sets up a 2nd and 6.
And it's not sexy, and it's not these long plays all the time. But this QB does such a good job of picking up 4 to 5 and making it where you're always ahead of the sticks and just letting you know, we'll run it. We'll take advantage of this guy's speed, and we're going to make you defend him throughout this football.
Out wide left, it's Johnson. A likely touchdown-saving tackle, but the catch and run takes it down to the 7. After that huge gain, now a chance to cash it in from just outside the 5. They'll try to get it in with the run. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2. Timeout taken by Texas. It's their second. And they'll still have one timeout left at their disposal. They've moved it forward to the 2. Now it's 2nd and goal. Tries again to get it in. Brought down short of the end zone, and that'll bring up 3rd and goal.
I think the run defense, a lot of times late in the game, you always wonder how well it'll hold up. Nice job on this play by this defense, getting in and getting the running back on the ground.
If they can get it into the end zone here, they can really turn up the heat in this one. 3rd and goal.
Ready. Black 18. Black 18.
Trying to barge in. He'll be stopped right there. They kept it on the ground on 3rd and goal, and it did not pay off. They get the timeout, and the clock reads 3 seconds.
Timeout, Texas A&M.
It comes down to this. One more snap left in this game. If they get a touchdown, they can find a way to win it. Going to audible here. Let's see what they do. Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game. So frustrating to see an offense lose track of the play clock. Up a penalty like that. This will be the last play of the game and the last chance they have maybe to win it at the gun. They get the timeout and the clock reads 3 seconds. Hang on just a second. I think they're going to try to get the touchdown here. Man, this could be a gamble, guys. They could come up empty. Marcel Reed to throw for it on 4th. To the end zone, and it's picked off. Down in the end zone. The big play there, and the defense gets the stop. The week has been immersed in midnight yells, barbecue smells, a sea of crowds in the fall colors, and the Lone Star Showdown ends with Texas hooking up and getting the victory over the Aggies. That's going to do it for us as the season marches on. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis. This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football.